I spent 12 years working at RAF Coningsby, Lincolnshire, as an avionics mechanic by trade. Ended up on one of the squadrons, 229 Squadron, working on Tornadoes. So I became a tornado mechanic, the F3s. So my time was spent there just dealing with the Tornado all the time. I didn't move anywhere. It was just solely on that squadron. I managed to go to a few places across the globe, not too many, but predominantly stayed in Lincolnshire. So yeah, exercise, Brecon Hills, covered all the places. We went to Cyprus quite a few times. We were based out in Akrotiri a couple of times. I didn't manage to go on the Gucci trips, as they call them. That was for other squadron members, but I was still happy where I ended up. Brilliant career. Yeah, made lots of lifelong friends. Never forget, obviously, my tornado background and what that jet meant to me. Sadly, before it was taken over by the typhoon, but I enjoyed every minute of it. Not so much traumatic, but full of anticipation, because I didn't know what my next step was going to be for a while after that. So I managed to get a role at Toyota for a year before I joined my next career. But I would say I understand how it's daunting. For me, I was a 31-year-old coming into the big wide world. I've been institutionalised inside an RAF dome, as they call it. So that was quite worrying at times, but managed to get settled straight away. So resettlement courses helped. Spoke to a lot of friends and family that helped and just guided me through what I needed to do for the next step. Bearing in mind I'd been in the forces from an 18-year-old to a 30-year-old, so it was daunting at first, but not as daunting as I know many others have faced out there. I went from a huge organisation, military is huge, albeit there was 250 members of the squadron, to a wider organisation, another family. So it helped me certainly with communication, approaching others for help if needed, to work together, showed a little bit of leadership within a team as well. When I was settled within a beat team, a neighbourhood policing team, and it just helped me with challenging situations within the community as well. There were some challenging moments in the Air Force that I needed to combat, and it helped me just put my mind towards those scenarios and just think about what I needed to do and work with others. Joined the police in 2003. Spent 21 years based at one station. I guess I'm a one-station man, aren't I? But I very much enjoyed that career. Put me in good stead for what I needed to do and how I needed to be and operate myself as a family man and as a person. So happy to spend 21 years at the same place, St Anne's in Nottingham, and then put me in good stead for what became my probably most exciting role, if that's possible. Yeah, and gladly applied and got the job for Forces Coordinator, Nottingham Forest Forces Coordinator for the Community Trust. So, in a nutshell, the face for the link between the trust and veterans out there in the community and hopefully the wider region. Just basically being the connection, the link to make sure that we're accessible for all the veterans out there and families if need be, and to ensure that they got the full support that they have or they're looking for. Making sure we're communicating, we're committed to being their support, their arm, so to speak, and to make sure that anything that they need throughout their after years, as we call it, is there for us, or we signpost them to the right people. We also ensure that if they want to take part in activities, or meet and greets, coffee mornings, etc., trips. We put on all this for the veterans and make sure they're not isolated, they're not going through things on their own. And just to ensure that they know that they've got other people out there that they can talk to as well, other veterans that they can meet. So yeah, it's just an exciting new challenge for me. I enjoy it. I love it with a passion. Being a veteran as well, ex-forces, I think it's just the perfect role for me because I can see both sides, even though I'm a slightly younger generation to some of the vets that I've met. But no, amazing people, and I'm glad to be on board.